there. So there is a verdict. you know, I don't come on just to talk about just anything, to keep talking, okay? This is not going on live just because it's relaxation time, you know, um, coming on to try to be like a FU, you know, F FUCKYO. I don't ever remember when the fuck I said that shit, but damn, I said the F word. But yes, okay. This is yeah. I'm not scared to show my body. But when I have somebody that, or not have, but I am trying to work on with somebody or being with, to show, I'm very shy because of, that's just how I am, you know. So if that was already too obvious for people to know that that's normal, but if a other person is kind of like, damn, you keep doing that, you keep doing that, you keep saying it and stuff like that, and I don't like it because you keep talking about it, so why don't you do something about it? It's almost kind of like they don't like to see it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying my body is not bad looking, but I know I have something, I have a little stomach hanging. Okay. I'm not scared to get in front of the camera and show you guys my shape, the way how it looks on the side. It is going to be over revealing most of my body. It's just like going to the beach. When you wear a body bathing suit, you know, one piece, but it's very cut to a point where it's showing your shape. So I don't think YouTube is going to get me for that. Um, you know, stuff like that or whatever. But yeah, and this is not to make anybody mad or anything like that. It's just, um I'm not scared to show. And I am going to talk about some of the things that were being said because I went and overviewed the whole, maybe 2.5 hours of the live since I got off. There's a lot of things that is very not true. I have two jobs, but I don't work two jobs in one day. I work Tuesday, like I said over the phone, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. One job. It's like a 9 to 5. It's from 6:30 to 2:30. That is 7.5 hours. That's not 12 hours. I'm gonna get to the 12 hours, but Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday is 6:30 to 2:30 in the morning. And then Saturday, Sunday, I work at my part time. But I also do have another day, Saturday, which is in the full time group of the Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. So there's 4 days, 7.5 hours for my full time job in Castro Valley. And then I have my part time. There's nothing after 2:30. I get home at 3 o'clock p.m. I don't overwork myself. So I'm here by 3:30. I don't have another job after. Saturday, I work from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. That's two shifts. I work at my part-time job down the street, just like how you guys always see me on my lives. When I was folding up the blue roses, I'm still there since last year, December, and I'm very proud of myself. Okay. I left the Pleasanton job in uh I'm sorry, July 31st. Got on this other full-time job in Castro Valley in August. So I've been there for a whole month and what, 11, 12 days. So it's been a month and 12 days. I'm still going, keeping my money still flowing. And tomorrow I have two shifts. I wake up 4:30 in the morning, get there at 7, get off at 7 because I come from one job to the next job. I get off at 3 and I work at 3, but I don't get there till 3:30 and then get off at 7. Now that's one thing. Don't say I'm overworking myself when I'm working after I'm working from one job. I only have 6 days of work. That's 4 days of my full time and 2 days on my Saturday and Sunday. So I'm not doing the whatever the fuck how somebody was saying I'm doing 12 hours. Saturday is the only time when I'm doing a double shift. That's it. And in your house or whatever it was, an apartment, you did not have the thing up. You had your rims or something over there in the closet. You never had anything hanging in your living room. It was only clothes on the floor. You had to kind of double think of what you were thinking of. And I don't want no haters to talk to him, say this and that, or even if he has something to say and talk to me or whatever, you guys stay the fuck out of it. That's just making him even more, giving him more to say, because then he has to tell me, oh, stay out of our business. But see, some of the things that I do say, okay, hold on. I'm gonna do it like this, okay? And then I'm gonna cut on the live and I'm gonna let you guys see. Cause I'm gonna keep going with my lives and my life too. You were not talking right on your live about my job. I have 1 day of 12 hours. I don't break my back to having 2 jobs every day of the week. I work 6 days, 4 days, 7.5. That's like a 9 to 5. Saturday, Sunday, it's also the same. Saturday, I work 12 hours. Sunday, I work 7.5. Those clothes were never hanged in your apartment. They were on the floor. You didn't have anything up. You had it near the kitchen, near the whatever closet. You had some stuff like over there, some rims or something, and then your workout stuff. But it was never put up. I know you said it couldn't do nothing to make crunches or do whatever, but you said you had 2 seconds to put it up. So I don't need you to lie and say what you say on your live. And then you said that I'm fucking subscribed to real life. I don't fuck with him. I'm not subscribed to IV. I told you. I'm not subscribed to real life. I'm not subscribed to IV. I'm not subscribed to anybody but you and Pew and whoever the other people about that land life. Okay? And you said one more thing that's not true. And I don't like that how you speak on your live and tell these fucking lies about me. Fuck, I thought you said to leave you alone, but I'm trying to tell about how the fuck it goes truthfully on my end. What else did you say? You said that I called you guys bitches. I didn't fucking say anything like that. I know there's one more thing that I have to say before I show you guys that I don't truly hate my body. I know I have a stomach. I forgot what the fuck I'm gonna say because all I see is this typing shit. I know nobody's trying to stop me from my life. Life is life. Like what I said on my fucking hashtags earlier. I said motivate life. It's life. And what did I say? Some about getting the bag or some shit. So please like, subscribe, motivate. It's life. And I said some other stuff. So please, ain't nobody trying to say that you're stopping whatever the fuck I'm doing in my life and all that shit. No, you're not. You knew you were speaking about me. You just said that we were speaking over the phone. Oh, I just was speaking on the phone with her last night. You said it how many times on your live? Oh, I don't want to fuck with anybody that's fat. And you were like saying, oh, who said that I didn't like her gut? I didn't like her body. Man, stop with that fucking... You saying that I was like reverse psychology. How the fuck was I reverse psychology? That's where I need to stop it at. On that part where you said that shit that I tried to switch it up. Oh, that's what I wanted to mention. The dude, my ex, I left him and he tried to tell this situation. He tried to say, I mean, not tried to say, but he overlooked at our relationship and was like, she is a very loyal person. She is too much of, you know what I'm saying, a good person that loans to me. And I need to change my life. I didn't say that he left me because he's like, oh, well, she's too, you know, she's like this and she's like that and she's like this and I need to change my life, so I'm gonna leave. Like, I left you. This is what you're thinking about, how the fuck you felt. You can't say anything else because that's how you feel. If you felt like you're not able to or whatever, then that's on you. So you just said that oh yeah, I think she's still sub to real life because I know she is. You just said that on your fucking live. Stop fucking playing. You are playing these fucking, I don't know what it is. You just said, oh, I know she's still sub to real life TV. Don't make me go clip that part where you said that. I just went to your whole entire live and counted all these things that you're lying about me. My weekdays, I don't have 2 shifts, only on a Saturday. Second, what I just said, so rewind it if people don't, is not listening to it at this moment, but they could rewind it. Yes. You gonna have fun. What the fuck is you over here trying to put some emojis, trying to cry and laugh and shit like that? Like, what the fuck do you think this shit is? You think like this shit is a game to me? And you always trying to say, I'm not those fuck motherfuckers. I ain't trying to compare you to nobody. First of all, it's what you said about your live last night. I mean, this morning about me. You just said, no, I ain't gonna fuck with a person that doesn't want to work out, don't want to look, you know what I'm saying, in fit and all this shit, looking fat. The fuck? You was talking about me. You just said it. Oh, we was talking last night. You said it twice. How is it that you're gonna fucking not review your live? Review what you say. Please. You saying that I'm subscribed to somebody? You saying that my ex left me? Fuck no, I left him. And this is how he felt. She's too much of a good person. I can't do nothing for her. He's the one that felt bad. He felt bad because he knows that I don't like his dogs. So if he knows I can't fuck with his dogs, he has no any other choice but to just be left. That's what the fuck happened. So when, like what I said on my live, I said, um, what did I say? I said, they don't know how to stop bothering you. He don't have to bother me. I don't have to bother him. That's just, it was point blank, period. I left and he knew that. He couldn't do nothing about it. I was too much of trying to be there. And you're trying to say like, oh, well, every woman can't be so good to a man, even though they say that, because a man's going to be different in their ways. Of course. Like I said in my hashtag, motivate its life. All I'm here is trying to motivate any man, any, you know what I'm saying? If I fuck with him, I fuck with him. But if you seem to like try to bash that person, try to give advice, but then trying to go on the next morning and talk about it and say, oh, well, see, you see how I caught her? You see how she went live because she had an attitude? What makes you think like my content title has to be specifically saying, oh, I need to get back at him? I can get on my fucking live because it's my day off, Mr. Mob Type. And I never call you that name. Because you really put it into that point where you really fucking with me like that. And that shit is fucking sorry as fuck. Sad too. I'm lying. I see a lying part. I didn't say you was sub to nobody. Why are you lying? Yes, you did. You said that I was still sub. Oh yeah, and I bet you she's sub to real life. She's still sub. Fuck no, I never was sub to that motherfucker. Not from day one. I probably was sub to Cuz Cuddy in the first few months of his opening of his motherfucking YouTube account. And I will speak up. As much as I fucking want to be with you and all this shit, you already just said leave you alone. And you saying to leave you alone because a motherfucker that was on my page trying to talk and all this shit. I don't give a fuck who's on my fucking page that's talking shit to trying to mention about, oh, she's good and all this shit or whatever. Even a woman could even say that and I wouldn't give a fuck. So he's not important just as her. She's not important just as him. Just because I ignored not fucking blocking that person, I was up to try and get my fucking paycheck, trying to go get some gas. It's minutes are running and the sun keeps going down. I don't like to get home at 7 o'clock. I never even made it out to San Jose. I was really supposed to go to Walmart out there and go pick up one of those beanbag laptop desk things because I wanted to get one for my daughter, just like how I mentioned it in the beginning of my fucking live. Yeah, you can go on your live and you can talk like, and I see like how females be like Amanda, I don't think she's a bad person, but I'm not gonna say she's not a snake. She can act like she's cool and mature. Anybody can act like they're cool and mature, but they could still be a snake. She was trying to get with Pennsylvania, Virginia dude, Easy Money Flex, like 4 or 5 months ago. She was telling him to visit her on a lunch brunch. And I can pull that live up. And don't try to message retract anything, Amanda, if you're watching. Let's hope you don't remember that content title, because that was way back, way back. And I don't fuck with lesbians. So you can get a hug, but I hell motherfucking no. Shit, that's only for a womanly's how do you say of how our how do you say, I know women don't have testosterones, but when a woman has, you know, feelings of how women get treated by a man, you know what I'm saying? She was trying to put it down to a point where she's like, oh yeah, you poked at her. Yeah, you did poke at me, Mr. Mob type. You poking her, that means you fucking with her. You went on live and you said that shit. Like, and then there was some after that where she said something or whatever. And don't get surprised when I show don't get surprised, people, when I show my shape of my body. You guys will be seeing some legs. I know maybe some family members gonna be like, God damn, what the fuck is she doing? She over there sunbathing inside her house. Cause I was really trying to put this damn title as don't worry, I need to go sunbathing, beaches. I'm not trying to put down any female to be like, oh yeah, I got more of, you know, a body that shit. Any fucking female that got a sexy body could say that they can overpower my body just because I have a shape and all that shit. But then a man wants to talk about how the fuck my gut looks like. You must be fucking nastified about it. Is that a fuck? Yeah, and that bended word. Let me look. Let me show you guys this shit. Let me share. Can I share? Hold on. I can't even share it. Hold on. Let me go down real fast and see if I could. Green screen right here. This right here. Look, I want you guys to read this part. I need to make it smaller. It says right here. Fuck. Let me get out of here. It says right there. What does bended mean? In Old English, bended was the original past tense and past participle of the verb bend. However, bent replaced it in Middle English and is the standard form today. So they said when to use bent from versus bended. And it says when to use bent and bended. Yeah, everybody understands that. But if you read, what does bended mean? It says in old and archaic past tense, it was being replaced. Bended was being replaced. Okay? That's just what I'm saying. As bent. Fine. Like I never said anything like, oh yeah, she's gonna get at me about that and all this shit. Like, what was my title? I need to take this off. But yeah, my plans was just to go to San Jose. Females, if y'all watching up in here and you know what I'm saying, and you a lesbian and shit, like, I know it's gonna be talked about and say, damn, she do have a nice body. She, you know, she don't need to work out all like that. I think somebody just wants me to have abs or some shit, you know, which is not bad. It's just that how somebody could get on live to talk about, like, as if you look like I'm not in its like I'm not happy. I could be happy. I'm just not happy with not having certain uh, things like a big booty and nice titties. My stomach, I really, because I know the truth about my stomach. My stomach was just stretched out. So if it was just like that and somebody's trying to fix it and it can't be fixed because it's stretched out, that means skin has stretched out, okay? If I'm gonna work on abs, the wrinkle of the flab is gonna be still wrinkled. It's just like when an 850 man fucking, okay, when a regular man gets weight in an 850-pound fucking body and they lose weight, all the wrinkles, you will see all of that. Now I already picture myself even having nice abs, but you can still see the wrinkles. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to like me. You don't have to like my attitude. You say too much of what you don't like. So that's that. And then you have the real creative minds come to your page because they hear what me and you are not fucking around each other, so they try coming back. You know she wasn't on your lives the past ever since me and you been calling each other babe. She only gets on when me and you are not in cool, me and you are not friend, or I mean, you know what I'm saying, in a relationship or even trying to fuck around with each other. You not fucking with me, I'm not fucking with you, and all this shit. Like, I just see how the fuck this shit goes. I'm not for that. I just know what the fuck is real. Have these fucking people to fuck around me type shit. Shit, real life is blocked. Amanda Bynes is blocked. I don't need to lie. Been blocked. I don't need to get back on my laptop to go unblock them. Once he was not cooling with you, whoever you don't fuck with, I don't fuck with. But if I see a snake that's trying to snake to get to my man, I don't fuck with them. That's not hating. That just knows what your intentions are, and there's certain boundaries. Where's Coffee Cake at? Coffee Cake, I need to ask you a question. I should have hashtagged her ass. She'd be like, damn, girl, what the hell you over there doing trying to show all that damn body? Shit. Shit, you can have fun. I can have fun too over here. Do not get me wrong. It's hot as fuck up inside this room. And once I get up, you guys are going to see everything that has a bathing suit body type shape. You understand me? I just don't have no titties. For real. I'm wearing my little penny underneath the bodysuit because I don't want YouTube. I could pull it up. You know what I'm saying? So, for real, because I can do a whole lot. I'm going to make this a new trend. I'm going to make this a new trend. Now, where is my body that is... Where is my body that is fat? Do I have a nice shape? I have a gut right here. No lie. I have a stomach right here. Okay. I have a stomach right here. But does that mean I'm fat? Does that mean, does this body need, like, I need to fucking work out? Is my shape, like, am I having the ugliest shape? I mean, shit. I have a belly button here. I'm not trying to suck in. This is how I look. I I have a in and with this. I'm not trying to complain about my body. It's just, I know I have my son stretched me out right here. Okay. Y'all can see the side and everything. It's just like me wearing my bathing suit. You know what I'm saying? So look, how about I do this on this side? See this? See this line? This is what he's talking about. It's a little flap over. Yeah, it's a gut. It's a gut. I'm not fat. I'm not fat. I have this. I really don't want to turn around because it's going to go up the damn booty. Thomas Bell, I don't know if you black or if you white, but I don't date white men. Shit. I could have an hourglass shape. I ain't the Coca-Cola bottle because I feel like Coca-Cola bottles have big titties, more of a voluptuous kind of booty. You know what I'm saying? Brazilian, fucking, you know, in them kind of countries, Colombia. I don't have big titties. My shits is flat. Okay. But that's just all I'm saying. So this is not to get anybody like mad or what the fuck and oh God, oh Lord, and just because I said this and just because I said what made her think that I didn't like her gut? Yes, you did not like my gut. You just, I mean, not really like that, but you did say that if you don't like your gut, go work on it. But I know that you really don't like the fucking gut. You talked about it when you and PewTube was on me before. You said, I have a stanky breath. You said, I have a flat ass, I have flat titties, and I have a gut. So if you're talking about my fucking gut, that just means that you don't like a certain fucking look on my fucking body. And I would never tell you every single day that I talk on the phone, oh my God, my gut, hell no. If I'm covered in clothes, that means it's kind of cold. If it's having it not really on me and I'm putting it on top of my chest because I don't want to show my shit. I don't want to show the top over here. Okay? For real. Shit, I'm not scared to fucking, you guys know that you guys see me from changes from when I had that live when I was it was an Eagle Hall something. I had like that one long sleeve on one side and I was having one sleeve out and I was having a like a mini purse haul. I need to go put it on my community post. You guys will see how big I was. That was back in 2023 or 2022. I mean 2023. And then I went to the beach. You guys will still see a little more of a gut there. That's a little bit bigger than what you guys see today. Losing 5 pounds ain't too much of a big like bad resemblance, but it's still, I only weigh 103. The highest I've ever fucking weighed was 118. 118. I like to be at the 105 because I still do see, like, if I sit down, okay, if I sit down, you will still see like you'll still see, like, it'll be embarrassing when you're eating at, I know I don't like my feet, but if you, And I know you're gonna be like, oh, there she goes. She don't like her feet. Yeah, there's certain things that I don't like, especially my fucking feet. My feet's gonna be number one. But this is the thing: if I sit down inside a fucking restaurant and I'm wearing a crop top up to here, and I have my pants here, let me show you guys something. I have some Fashion Novas that um, show the booty hole. These fit me very good. Size 1, 2. Who wears a 1, 2 nowadays? Only the teenagers, the 14s, the 13-year-olds, the 15, 16. My daughter's 26. She barely wears a 2. She's a 1, 2. She's 26 years old. I can still get inside a fucking 1, 2. You want to see it? I'm about to show you guys right now. Let me get inside these pants. Hold on. Damn. Everybody thinks like they perfect and shit. Like I gotta have testosterones like them and fucking muscles like them and shit. This is what barely women even have my fucking body. I know they probably might have a nice ass booty or some pretty ass titties. Shit, if that's what you really like, fucking go over there. Give them a few dollars. Yes, I closed it up. Okay? I closed it. One. This is the, remember back in 2000, probably 2017. Can anybody speak for me about Fashion Nova? 2016, 2017, 2018. Fashion Nova, size 1 to 2. I'm not going to wear this to disrespect. This is like, you know what I'm saying? Don't worry about me and the clothes that I have. I'll always be stylish. Trust me. But these are the booty pants. You know, the ones that show the booty right here? I don't have a big booty. But you see how I'm trying to tighten the shit? How it's flat right there? Because I'm turning around. Now, if I turn around, it looks revealing, but it's not what you guys think. It's only just a nice shape, a nice, like, you know, whatever. There's a lot of females that have sexier bodies than I do. So if y'all like that and y'all catch on to it, watch their videos, keep watching, comment, just like how, you know, men do. That's what the fuck men will do. I don't need somebody to play with me. Because I'll fucking say it. And this is the 1, 2. I didn't switch up the fucking, yeah, these are those bodysuits. These are those bodysuits that are supposed to attract, that go like this type stuff. You know what I'm saying? So the 1, 2 in my storage since 2000. I couldn't fit this. I was skinny like this before I bought this. The first year I started dating the dude I was with. Now, if I started getting fat with him, that just means I was cooking and I was feeling comfortable. He didn't care if I was skinny or fat. He didn't care about my gut. He didn't care about none of that shit. And all the time it's always, oh, don't compare me to your ex. Fuck no, I don't need to compare. It's always so simple. Somebody could be Christian, somebody could be Catholic, somebody could be Muslim. That's just how I look at it. They're not gonna like you the same way how the last person liked you. I already fucking know that shit. So my content title says, "Don't worry myself." Why? Because I know I can get in these 1 to 2s. You understand me? Like, I have not been on live. I don't need to. I could always catch views. I could always make a lie and say, "Oh, my name is Pocahontas. What did y'all think?" And start acting hella different. Like, ain't she Filipino? Ain't she really country though? But she was born here. So if somebody trying to figure me out, I'm gonna put you guys down here. I ain't gonna look up. Even though I do look up, you know what I'm saying? No lie, I do look up to some people. It's not always about me trying to just make myself feel good and all that stuff. Sometimes women will say these things because it's too hot up in here. It's because they just need to kind of just like, oh my God, like, you know, damn, you know, my stomach ain't looking right. You know what I'm saying? Females will talk to other females and talk about what they don't like. I guess what's popular, what's trending, what's all this shit. I don't have too many girlfriends. The only fucking person that I talk to is the dishwasher at my part-time job down the street that helped me with my storage. She's like 50 something years old. I didn't record that day. She helped me pull out the table, and I have it right here. Because a lady upstairs is too fucking old to had helped me to go take it out of my storage, and me and this lady, white lady, had put it inside my van. But she's cool like that. She's like one of those Caucasian ladies that is like not too, you know what I'm saying, that whitewash shit. And like I said, man, Thomas, your ass over here, like, all I'm saying is my ex, a man is gonna be a man, and when you touch them in certain places and parts and they like you, of course they're not gonna say no. You're gonna touch it, you're gonna pull it out, and that's what they want you to do. They want you to please them. I understand that part, but this is not what this is. I can't, like I said, I was trying to go back to saying, like, I do look up to, you know, and I can't be looking at myself like I make myself look too gorgeous. Even though I can, and I try, and sometimes I will look decent, let's just say decent, but I don't look like, say, stunning. You know what I'm saying? And that's just certain things where, of course, a woman would always want to look like she's like, shit, all eyes on her. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not even a wish. It's not, please let this be God and all this shit. Like, no, 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 no. I live like a natural person of, in my generation, let's just say. There's no any other generation that, because this is my age, this is me. There's no another me. You know what I'm saying? I have a sister, she's the same sign as me. She's 2 years older than me, and she's light skinned. Okay. But there's a certain thing what, and I'm not gonna say it. I'm not even gonna say it. I'm not gonna say nothing bad about my sister, but you know, I'm not gonna say nothing about my sister, but she's light skinned, very, very light skinned, very like, she's like, let's just, I can't name of a light skinned person. Because you guys don't know, you know what I'm saying? She's very light. She's, damn, I wish I could show you guys a picture. I would have to go all the way back into some years. But maybe next time. I don't know. You know, I don't like to show too much of like siblings and stuff like that. She's my only sister. I do have a half brother too. He's in Oklahoma. But other than that, I'm the youngest. You know what I'm saying? So she's the oldest. Always like men catch on to the older one. I don't know why. Maybe it's because, I don't know, they breast milk tastes better or something. I don't know. There's nothing wrong with my breast milk. My son made this nipple go in. This nipple don't even go out. This nipple does not even pop out. That's how embarrassing. That is how embarrassed I am about this nipple. This nipple is just like, oh, shit. This shit pops out. This shit is like hanging like this, like a thumb. Yeah, yeah. I know Mr. Mob Type. He knows. Yep. Because now how I see how certain things are, I don't want nobody to lie about what's going on with me. Oh, she just said it about her ex leaving her. False, negative, not true. I try to speak fast. There's so many things that I need to say that I don't even want to talk about. But if that's why I tend to people's lives to go back about what they have to say about me, what is true and what's not true. Like, okay, that's true. Okay, okay. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't do that with me. Do not talk about who I'm up to and say, oh yeah, I bet you she's still sub in real life. What? I'd rather fucking I'm sub to Stan G. And I don't even know, you know, I'm just trying to help him out, motivate his 35,000 fucking subscribers into something. If he has a YouTube account that says see all your subscribers, and if they gonna see me, shit, I need to, you know what I'm saying? That's not what I'm all about. I'm not all about to say, oh yeah, he's a bigger upper person. Let me go on his page so then I could have people like know, you know, about me, like, oh, who's this girl? And no, from the very beginning, it's not just a now moment. It's when I subscribed to that person years ago. I'll just say it, 1 year ago, I subscribed to him. And I don't even like know him. You know what I'm saying? But the thing about it was to help, because he was on that like news, like, you know, he tell about what's going on in the streets and stuff like that or whatever, almost kind of like a podcast, but it was never a podcast. He would just like JT, he get in a car, he talk about it, and that's it. That's kind of like why I'm sub to JT, no lie. That was number one, how I got in this YouTube and kind of just motivated me, you know what I'm saying? So why not for me to try and motivate and bring up, I just don't do too much. If I leave it at that, that's what I'm gonna leave. If I talk about my life, it's talking about what I've got, what I have done, what is being how do you say, what's in the working, kind of like saying it's taking a little time for me to get this done. You know what I'm saying? Or um what are some of the things that I kind of fell back on. You know, like I could tell you the truth now. I did fall back on the nails kind of thing. I have not posted no nails. I did not post any community posts to help any other nail. I'm just subscribed to these women. I'm subscribed to these African ladies that are nail techs, Vietnamese, because these are the ones that have those type of I guess like brain to think like, as far as with America, where they don't know too much of good English, or sometimes, well, there's one African girl, she's born here, she speaks better English, but it's not too good. It's just, it's just her talent. So, you don't see too many Americans that have um like nail salons and all that shit. You would see more of Asian people and the black Africans. You know what I'm saying? But that's really like in the hood. Like in San Francisco on Mission Street, you'll see some there. You know what I'm saying? In and out type shit. Like, you know, I don't know, but I know I just kind of fell off the nail, the nail thing. It's because of I don't have like those little business cards and stuff like that. Where one old friend where I used to work at back in 2018, that's when I first started. She was like, you did my nails okay, like you did my nails good, like you just started. Why don't you like start having business cards so you can try and get more popular? I never got to that. I always felt like I needed to know every skill, like to not tell. It's just like when you say something and it's a lie, you don't want to tell a lie. And that's one thing too. I don't need to lie to cover up one lie to cover up another fucking lie. I don't lie. I don't need to lie about any fucking thing. Please do not confuse my, like, don't uh like, oh my, I just know people are like that. They cover up one lie to do, and they do this reverse psychology shit, and they do this. No, what I say is what I say, and I don't need to lie. Like, I know that there was certain things that was said that I'm lying about. I need to go back and like hear what kind of lies that you think that I'm fucking talk like saying or some shit like that. I don't know. I don't. I really, it's really getting on to me about how certain people can just look through the screen and just think like just because what, like I needed to, oh, and she's like, oh my God, this shit is crazy. That shit was crazy to me. I don't lie. Uh-uh. I don't need to lie. It's hot as hell in here, but yeah, I see how like, there's certain things of how people could get in front of the screen, do workouts and stuff like that, because they need their heart pumping, to get that kind of like, because people could just be like standing in their own business, like let's just say a barber. He's just standing there, he's getting money, but he's not really, he's just standing in one place. I am in a facility that has a big dining. I think one day I mean maybe later I'll post it up. I know I always say this about a lot of things that I always say I'll try and post up after the show, just to show like how I said, oh, I'll post it up later about how big I was before, and I'll link it up with that ego mini haul purse thing, how big I was. And then there was like another community post that I was like, oh, let me post it up later and show you guys I don't know, just like other stuff that has been a before and after kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? It's not too much of a biggie, but it's always kind of like trying to help out, like a link type thing to make me go further into like saying, oh, okay, yeah, it's a refresh, to refresh of like what she was talking about, and she said that she was going to mention it, because I know there's certain things that I always said, oh, I'm gonna go try and post it later, I'm gonna go try and post it later, and I never do. I could say that that's one thing that I did say, like everything that I think of is always on, like, not trying to make up shit, not trying to like, and I always hear that shit like, oh, it's trying to make up shit, always trying to make no, it's what I feel. Okay, it's not making up shit. I don't need to make up shit. It's either a question that I'm asking, so it's a thought. Making up shit is like you making up shit. I don't know what kind of like language, how when you say oh, you just making up shit. It's more like, for in my language, how I would say that is more like, here, let me hide myself so I won't have to get all too. When I say that, is more like, is this what, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's a thought. I didn't hear you correctly. So this is what I thought you said. So that's not making up shit. When you say, oh no, here you go, and you making up shit, you're too fast to say something. You're too fast to say, oh, you making up shit again. That you couldn't hear me. Yeah, I couldn't hear you. But you get mad about it. You say, oh, well, shit, that's that shit. That's on you. You couldn't hear me. And you don't like to repeat shit. So basically, it's like a hate that you have that you can't get to what a person can comprehend. It's more like, if I didn't hear you, then I'm gonna repeat it, and then when you said, "Oh, you just made up that shit," you're making up shit. It's not I made up shit. That's what I thought you just said. I'm not saying that it's true. I'm not saying that this is what you actually said. It's what I thought you said. So when you say, oh, you just making up shit, it's like, what kind of fucking talk is that? Don't tell somebody that. When I just thought that that's what you said. It's a thought. It's a thinking process. It's not what you really said. And then you fucking try to overpower and try to, oh, you ain't listening, and all this shit. And it's like, why can't I just explain and just say, I couldn't hear you when you said that? Just like when you said, Young Thug's girl, how she was on the other line inside the fucking jailhouse. Oh, Young Thug's girl reminds me of my girl. And then you said something, 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 and I need to go. How about I call Pew and something, something, and don't let Shiner know that I get pussy up in here. Some shit like that. And then I was like, I couldn't hear every detail, so I try to repeat it. So that's just not me making up shit. It's what I thought you said. For real. I can't get certain things off of a man that's trying to be like overreacting or some shit. Like, if I call it, I'm not mad about it. You just said that you just try to get me mad. It's a joke. I wasn't mad about it. All I was just asking was, what did you say in that line? I couldn't hear it. So if you don't like to repeat it, then you got something wrong with that. I never have anything wrong with a person trying to ask me to repeat it. Even at work. If I don't like you, I'm not going to fucking repeat it. So you're just telling me that if you don't like to fucking repeat it, then you don't fucking really like me. Cause I talk fucking for real ass shit. I don't want no motherfucking people to be like on some fake ass shit. Oh, she talking tough now and all this shit. No. I don't need to have, I don't need to have something coming inside my ear, and it ain't fucking like, that's what kind of blood you fucking pumping in your fucking, in your body. Shit, you can fucking be like that with your family members. I can fucking be like that with my mom and my dad. I can be like, that's what I thought you just said. And if they repeat it, and if they have an anger problem, then that's just because I'm laughing at them. Like, you know, like, Mom, what did you say? And all this shit. Like, what? You know, trying to get her, you know, fucking mad and all that. Then she gonna be like, huh? You know, that's mad. That's her fucking coming back to me being like, you know, like, stop playing with me. You know, that kind of love type. That's my mother. Now, if you trying to fucking act like that with me, I don't know who you talk to. like that, or trying to, if that's how you talk. I know if I was to ask my mother that, she would never, say some shit like that. She'll be like, no, I just, what I need you, I need you to go get the. She's not gonna be like, I just said. That's little teenager talk. It's like a a mood swing, like teenager talk. 13, 14, 15-year old type shit. Now if you can fucking come back and say, oh, I just said it, that's them not trying to upper their heartbeat to keep going, to making it feel like I'm being too mean. But it's being more of being a smart aleck kind of type. I kind of sometimes do that at work, because I'm only here to work. But I also do try and catch a bond with these residents. That's only if I like you, because you respect me. I respect you. Now, the ones that are kind of like the hi and all this shit, and whatever, and we just kind of keep it cordial and shit. If I see something wrong that you are uh, uh, in a language kind of like, you know what I'm saying? Acting like you're trying to belittle me because you pay a lot of money because you're here. I get it, okay? But it's like when somebody's micromanaging. It's almost kind of like I'm taking advantage of this worker because I have, you know, um, I have nowhere else to go. I have no family. And that's one thing too. Residents, they live there not to just catch on to saying, oh, we need to have this facility have reviews and we're part of it. And this is where I'm at. Some people could be not part of it and just live there because they live their life to the full. There's like one that's, past 100, years old and stuff like that. And the caregivers really do care about them. That's in my part-time. Now, this one over here, the full-time, there's Mexicans that are slaving for them. And there's Indians. They don't like their job. That's on them. Cheers. But there's one asshole. He just does it just to fucking do it. And he tries to go like this to the other white man and be like, and try to, you know, make it seem like he doesn't have an outside kind of party to try and bring up him with some type of like stories to talk about other than what's in physical in front of you every day. They're in that building like it's jail. They don't go anywhere outside. They don't have nobody to talk to them. So the type of person, I mean, how do you say, the connection that they have when they see each other in the dining, because that's the only time when they see each other in the dining. It's like when you're in jail, you get out of your cell, you see the other person down the other fucking cell, we get together, we're right here, and we'll eat together. We'll probably share some things. We'll probably share what is going on in that room. That's just how it is over there. But there's one asshole and he's like that. He'd be like, shh, shh, and all this shit, trying to make it seem like to make the workers work more harder. To just to fucking, can you warm up this plate knowing damn well the fucking plate is fucking warm? And I already tried to tell the manager, because they already said state and inspection is not having that. Number one, you don't bring anything back from the fucking table in the dining to go warm it. It's just like you're in a restaurant. You don't say, can you warm this up? No, I can help you by offering, like saying, honoring you another plate, like saying I can, call and request another order of the same thing. That's how kitchen, you know what I'm saying, talk from when you have to give your customer service type. It's not just like, oh, okay, like the fucking Mexican girl, she fucking took the plate and she fucking warmed it up. She was like, oh, well, yeah, I already know that we can't bring back the plate, but then the manager has to tell him that because he doesn't know it yet. And I just was like, okay, let me go talk to the manager and let him know, because he finally did not tell him for the second, third, fourth day that he was supposed to bring that back and tell him, because state inspection was supposed to be coming any day. So if you're not going to tell the resident that this is what he's not supposed to do, that's not really a good manager. You know what I'm saying? Knowing that what kind of food handlers skills I have, or certificate, what's in the test, the exam, the sanitization, everything else. It's not just because I'm lazy, because just be like, oh, and it's not to tell on you because you need to be wrong. It's just, that's just how it goes sometimes. If you don't follow direction, you're just not going to be clean. You're going to let germs from outside and all their fucking snot coming down their nose and shit like that. You don't know what. And he was even fucking taking out the ice, putting it. He always asks for 2 cups of ice. He gets the ice and he puts it in the other fucking people's cups. And I'm like, oh my. And I don't. I'm like, oh my god. And it's because it's hot. I feel bad. Like, I'm like, let me put ice on everybody just because he did that shit. I was like, let me put ice on everybody's, because it's been in the 90s, the 80s, and all that shit. Like, yeah, there's certain things to you can take care of. It's a fix. You know what I'm saying? It's just a little fix. You can fix that. But to see somebody do that while sitting down, having, and they haven't sat down yet, his little friends, and there's cups and napkins and silverware on the table already set. Now, if you're gonna put some ice on everybody's, all 3 of them fucking cups, I don't know where you put your hands at. Okay? Shit, I won't even let my mom even fucking do that shit. How do you say your name? Ilik Kareem. Please make 5 probably be 6. Okay, it is probably 6 right now. But yeah, that's just and I can keep like, I'm not, I got hair. You know, people got walk around the house with thick ass hairs in their legs, and that's just how they are. It's unattracting. And I'm not gonna say, oh well, you're lucky to be with a female like me. You're lucky to have a girl like me and shit like that. Like, no. That's why if I could try to um like fix some of the things that could make me, I don't want to say feel better, but let's just say as far as with my skin color won't change, but your body could change if you work on it. I understand that part, but I don't want to be looking all like, must like I'm shit, like I gotta be looking like you and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, shit. We buddies over here. You know, I got muscle like you now. You know what I'm saying? You got muscle, I got muscle. Like, you know, shaking. Like, I'm not a dude. Now, if you want to make me look like a dude, I just shit. You need to go. I don't know. uh-uh. Mm-mm. Cause that shit is like, it was kind of, it was making it seem like, I mean, I see the subject, you try to twist the shit around, you try to say, oh no, all I said was, I can't see how you are agreeing to saying that a workout at work is an actual workout. You know plates that are 3 pounds. I swear to God, let me have a fucking a camera headband and show you what I do at work. I swear. Can I just have this one wish, please? Anybody? Can I just have like a camera, like just somewhere hidden in me? Just, I swear I'm not lying. Mm-mm. Where I work has food. If I'm hungry, I'll sneak in some food. Fasting, it was not something that was forced on me. If I didn't want to eat that day, I just didn't want to eat that day. But it's not fasting every fucking, like, say, week, once a week, two, it's just, it'll come around sometimes. Because sometimes people need it and it's not bad. I understand that. But having food around me is there. They feed you. I don't have to pay for my food. You know? Um, but all I have to say is that when somebody had said a workout doesn't mean that you're picking up pots and it's just one and you're just transferring it over there and then maybe two and you're just no. Do you know how many tables there are with 4 people on the table with 2 bowls each with 2 glasses, not just 1 glass, 2 glass, 2 bowls and one fucking Sonoma fucking heavy plate. Not like the rehabilitation that y'all see me being dishwasher at. Those 150 trays, yeah, those is 3 pounds, but the plates was not that heavy over there in the rehabilitation. It was smaller. These are like this big. Restaurant, higher upper class, like they want to treat these residents like as if they're in a luxury type living. You know what I'm saying? Napkins that are folded looking like they remind me of like the marine ones that are go on top of the head or some shit. I don't fucking know. I just look at it like that. But I'm the one that taught them how to fold to make roses, how to make the pockets. Like for this brand new rehabilitation, they didn't have napkins. It was paper napkins. Over here is actual napkins that you have to fold. My part-time, that's where you guys see me doing the blue napkins where I was making roses out of. That's where you see doing the marine looking like. Now they do it in every, I guess, community. They call it community because they don't like being called facility. So it's every community, independent, assisted living. They have those marine looking like, so everybody, every server, everybody in the kitchen has to know how to fold those. All right, but even outside, whatever, out in this world, if they have napkins like that, then you know where it comes from. It's just looking kind of proper, looking kind of decent, looking nice. But where I work at in Castro Valley is mostly white people. There's 1, 2, 3. There's 3 Philippine residents. Well, actually 4. There's 1 man, Armando. There's Linda is a Philippine. Armando's a Philippine. Carmen's a Philippine. And hold on. Oh, Emiko and Grace, they're 2 Chinese. Conrad, he's also Chinese. So that's 3 Chinese, 3 Philippine, and the rest are, oh no, there's May. May is Chinese too, so there's 4. And the rest are all white. The rest are all white. I have to talk to them in my squarish accent. Like how I was talking to go get my paycheck. How I was like, what did I say? I said that's how it's supposed to be. Payday, some shit. But how I said it though, I said it very like white. She was like, I don't blame you. And I was like, right. And then I was like, it's nice in here. But she was like, She said something, and she was like, "Well, you have a good something." So I was like, "You too." Like I try to get by with. I don't be playing like to make myself laugh, but I do walk out of certain things where it's like, ain't nobody bothering me. If I could talk nice to them, they talk nice to me, I could talk back nice to them. Shit, does that mean I'm being fake if I'm trying to talk white? Damn, that's just crazy. But then when somebody gets on my fucking nerves, then my voice turns out like this. Like I'll be like, like how I just be like if I was to say some shit. If somebody got something to say over here, I'll be like, what? How are you? How are you? It's hot. Um, yeah, there's a lot of things that I need to get things like, I don't want to say done, but everybody's not perfect. Some people can be in trouble and all that shit and seem like everything is fine, you know. Um, like there is a lot of credit cards that are in debt, but I don't fuck with those old past debt type shit. Like I left that shit alone. They don't come back for me or whatever. They don't, you know, it's not harming my credit or nothing like that. Cause that's just one thing that I'm kind of like more concerned about in life. Cause when something like that could get head on to government like treasury and say we could stop your taxes, from you filing your taxes or even you getting back taxes and all that shit, like that's something to overlook about. That's if it was coming. Now, I could just like kind of knock on wood. It's superstitious ass shit. People be knocking on wood and shit. Like the other day, um, I forgot what it was, only because it was an Indian girl at my part-time job, and I said something like, I don't know, my birthday's coming up soon and everything like that, and I said something where the people in the communities are past their 90s. Like everybody's not past in their 90s, but we were talking about an old person um, that's still under in the living in the building and is still living. And I said to myself, I said something about my well-being, like I hope that I could reach to something age. And then it was more like I knocked on wood so I don't jinx myself. You know what I'm saying? Something like that. Excuse me. But yeah, this is all I know. You guys are probably like, oh my god, she had to worry about a certain thing, and why is it causing her to get on camera and just like, you guys will eventually see me. I know I have not been on YouTube for a week and a half, but why does it have to be where when I do a content title, it always gets to like saying, hmm, she's starting out like this. Like, don't read me. Because I will, in every kind, like how you probably, whoever follows me that knows me, will always know that I will bring some shit up, not to back my shit up, is to tell the truth from the false, you know what I'm saying? From the false that, and I'm going to say it, making up shit, because it's more like it was when somebody doesn't really know, that's like making up shit, right? So say that in the end of the sentence. Oh, I don't know if it's true or not. But when you say something about me, saying, oh yeah, she tried to say something like this, like that, and she's not sub to that person, and all that stuff. Just say I don't know if it's true or not. Don't think like this it's like that. Cause you making all the viewers think that. Think that that's fucking how I am. That's what I'm laying out. And making it to be, or what I'm thinking, hell to the no. It's not true. I don't need to do that, because even if I did want to fuck with him, I would have already had emailed him or try to like any type. I would have already been in his chat, number one. I would have been on anybody's fucking chat if I fucking liked them. I don't need to hide shit. It's like, all I know is that when somebody likes somebody, but I try to tell her, but she don't, and it's like this, and I'm that type of, N-word, because I just lay it out. I'll tell it, you know what I'm saying? I don't fucking hold my mouth. I ain't those N-words. I'm not them. Like, it's so easy for you to say that shit. Too easy. But a female like me, and this is the part where, like, how that person would be like, well, you can't compare me to that dude that you was dating back then because he's so soft. You have to defend every character of what you are, because that's how you are being. With me, I can change for a person. I could change certain things. And why? And a lot of people's gonna be like, well, damn, that's kind of like too easy to say. And some of the things she can do, where she will do, or she might not, maybe like 3% not, and more like, you know what I'm saying, 75% will, you know, that's why trust is everything. If I see how you're reacting to saying all the time, I ain't them, I ain't them, I ain't them, I don't need to bring up a story about who who's the who and who is a them. Why are they here? I didn't bring them here. If the defense to try and make me uh uh um like say, oh, don't fucking hurt her, don't be like that with her, da da da, but they make it in harsh words, is because what is our language, like street slang, what we talk about, don't do this, don't do that, because I'll fuck you up and all that shit. That's off top. That's just how it goes. We all know that. But when it's being said on words, on comments, on different people's lives, it's very like, of course, this is like, like, shit, I ain't gonna let no motherfucker talk to me like that. Who the fuck do y'all think who I am? It's always gonna be like that. Even for me, I ain't gonna let, like, let's say the real creative minds try to talk shit on your page just cause. Let's just say, let's just bring this new thing, but it's not true. If she was to try and do that shit, you don't think like I'm gonna fucking get on the comments and be like, who the fuck do you think, I ain't gonna say it cordially like, oh my god, damn, did she just say that? Did I just hear what, or did I just read what the fuck it was just being said? Like, of course you gonna mouth talk back. That's just how it goes. But I don't want to bring none of that shit. Like Thomas, he ain't said nothing bad. Like even in the last live, how what's his name, pay 50 whatever was talking shit, Thomas could have been like already on his ass and been like, what the fuck is you doing? I know he ain't got a wrench, but he could still say some shit. I see the defensive part, that what you trying to, I'm not saying Thomas, what you trying to do, defend yourself. But as far as me fucking with you, you fucking with me, it didn't seem like you are fucking with me when you talk a certain type of way. You're saying, leave me alone. She went to go come and see me and all this shit. Like on Ivy's page, you just told me what, I remember what dress I was wearing, that cheetah dress right behind there. You told me to turn around, show what I'm looking like in my backside, to look at my booty. And I just was friends with ATM Tim, but then I made more friends. That was the IV, you, and all the shit. And you're like, oh yeah, I want a woman to catch on to me. To that's just how it goes. Back in where I'm from, I don't pick on women. I have the women pick up on us. Well, now I could be the woman that could just say fuck it. I don't want to fuck with you. Like it's too hard, or it's not sounding like how this man is actually really caring. Cause all I hear is, "Oh, I fuck with her. I like, I love her, but just too many for like, I could be I could be by my damn self." That's too. Anybody could say that, but no woman wants to fucking hear that shit. That's why women turn out to be lesbians. And I'm not a lesbian. I'm not gonna be the one that was on your page. Like she just popped up all of a sudden. You just said, man, you see how she was acting, how she just said, oh, I'm bringing up Amanda Bynes on her page, but she told me not to bring her up because she's a hater, because she don't like no woman. You always said that. You always said that I hate on women that go on your page, right? So what makes it that I have to unblock her or block her? She just can't be in any type of factor in my shit. Either way, a snake will be a fucking snake. I don't trust anybody. You want her over there because you want to keep this shit going and saying, oh, there goes Shiner, she's just a hater having Amanda on my page because she just popped up. Amanda Bynes just fucking popped up in your fucking page because she said she's watching, she's listening. She sees what off of how I got on my little storytelling, how I felt. I don't really, it's kind of like a story because I was really trying to get on a story about how I could be manageable to have a friend, coworker, and not just say, oh, I don't have any friends because I don't fuck with anybody. No, it's because in the workforce, they don't really fuck with you outside. If it has to do with money, that's when they fuck with you. You gonna pay me to go lift some shits up in the storage? She never asked me, but that's what they're thinking. Like, oh damn, I hope she tries to, be a little bit in some type of consideration. The well-being. Like, oh, pay at least something, 10, or take me out to eat type shit. That's more in the uh, how do you say, interaction type to be in, I don't want to say in good, but to just to show some type of care, like, oh yeah, we can go eat after, you know what I'm saying? It's not to better myself, to try and say, oh, I need to film myself because I got a friend now and I'm spending for her. I didn't film none of that shit. That's just real life type shit. If I did that shit, that was just off of because it was a friendship that I felt like it's like a bond. You know what I'm saying? You're growing into these people that's being good to you, that is like willing to listen. Like she knows everything about how I came from 500 subscribers and I'm on, and then I get on to 700 because like I mind you, she's a dishwasher lady, and um she's in her 50s. She doesn't have my YouTube page. I don't have, none of my coworkers have my YouTube page, but she knows everything from, yeah, she knows everything about you and that you're a twin. Um, how I went up there the first time, how the sweet juicy came about when I said I wouldn't trust him, I wouldn't trust you inside the house with her when Mac Deuce is at the store. And that's facts. When you said that you had a dream about her having the music night live stream the night before, bumping some R&B and having all those musics and having her little string kind of blonde, I don't know, pajama with herself looking like, men is always gonna catch on to females about skin, their body, and all of this shit. It's too nice of a man to say that when they're liking another woman behind in their brain. Okay, I know you weren't fucking with me around that time, but you probably still had feelings for me. That's not the way to go. You don't do that shit. I don't do that shit. I don't say I like Ma. I'm with him, but then I was having a dream. I was like, oh my god, this I was fantasizing, or I was, you know what I'm saying? Like, shit, what the fuck? Wake up! Like, damn, I had a dream about da, 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 and like it's a joke. You think that that's a joke because you have a twin. I don't have that shit. I take my shit seriously. I don't play with guys like that. As far as with you're doing that type of shit. I told her about that shit. I told her how I flew up there, what I did up there, um, how it came from 800 something 95, and then all of a sudden it was 1.140 something. You know, she knows how many watched. Like she knows all the shit. Sometimes women have to go on this, and she doesn't know everything, but she knows about the most. I mean, the more of the what caught on to why you feel this type of way. It has nothing to me changing my personality. Be like, oh, I don't feel like I don't want to talk today. I'm not like that. I'm not that type of person that be like, oh, I don't want to be like fucked with today. Like, oh, just like you start bossing him around or something. Nah, I always keep it to myself where it's just like, oh yeah, yeah, like she'd be like, okay, well, how's this? And now I'll be like, oh, girl, and then all this stuff, and then it changes. You know what I'm saying? It won't. I'll try and still be happy. You know what I'm saying? I don't put myself down to saying like, oh, like I ain't got it all no more. I ain't got him no more, or I don't feel like this no more. I don't feel happy no more. Fuck no, I don't need to say none of that shit. Just whatever you tell me in conversation, she brings up like, oh, I gotta go get this for my child, blah blah blah. I be like, oh yeah, I used to do that, stuff like that. The day passes, and next morning comes a whole different day. You know what I'm saying? I'm not looking for blessings, but there are shit, that come about every fucking day. It could be boring as hell. Anybody could just be sitting there. Like, just like how me, this is the first time I ever fucking really sitting down on this motherfucking floor for this longest. I gotta wake up in the morning. Saturday, I got 2 shifts. I gotta wake up by 4:30. Don't think like I want to go to sleep because I didn't want to talk about trying to work out at inside this room, how I disagreed about you saying that just because I said that your work is not a workout, because I explained for an example from a pot to getting picking up another pot. But if you was to pick up bricks and you shoveling, that does make sense. That is work. I mean, a workout. But if you will see what I really do at my job, I will not sweat, drippy sweat, but I know that my apron around here is like, it doesn't get like wet sweat, but it's moist. Now, if anybody that's feeling that type of way because of, say, the sun is helping too, because of the building, it's AC, but it's too much of a big building that whole uh, facility, I'm gonna call it facility, um, it's not being air conditioned so much like in rotation, but they have it in their rooms. But in the dining room, it's not going to be fucking air conditioned. They just open the fucking door, and maybe the hot weather was kind of like making it, sink into where people is getting hot. That's why I wear one t-shirt, my fucking bra, and some windbreaker as like jogging pants, very thin, and it's still hot. Like, I don't know. We can't wear clothes inside a kitchen just wearing shorts. Never. As a server, you can never wear shorts. But it's never that hot. I just know that in the 90s, from, over when it was, because now it's only in the 70s, I don't have to worry about it. There was actually one day when I was wearing long sleeve, And it was so weird because it just came from 80s to 90s, and then all of a sudden 4 days later it turned out to be cold, you know. But yeah, my body is not the perfect one, so I don't want nobody to think like, um, just like what that person said, like, I don't need her, you know, just because she could show off her body and she has a nice body and all that shit, she still got a bad attitude, and that's just how the fuck you feel. I'm not gonna feel hurt by that. It's just like, it's very bad to think that, you know, um, that person could leave a person because they like, I'm not those type of girls that gonna be like the F you and all this shit like I was back in my teenager years and in my 20s, but I'm not gonna be like that. I'm looking for a good man, not one like that tries to put you in. Oh, I try to tell her that and I try to do that and she won't listen and da 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 and all this shit. Like, what is this? I don't know. I need to go do content that has I don't know. I shit. Maybe I do need to eat a lot, so I could look fat and, you know, ugly. I'll make you guys not like me, you know, and then just be like, oh yeah, you know, she used to look like that back in there. I don't know what happened now, but she just got big. That's what y'all want. It's like almost kind of like saying, why change somebody when they're trying to be like good with you? They're trying to like treat you, you know, oh, she, you know, I don't need to be treated like that. She's trying to give me everything because she's so in love with me and all this shit. Like, what if that person changes on you just after one day? That shit would be cruel. Yeah. I'm not saying that that's, you know, mm-mm. I can't stand people of situations of how they'll think that, oh my god, she was so in love with me, she was so into me, she was all this and that, and all of a sudden she just changed. Like, I can't believe this shit, you know. It's not that that person has not experienced that, like I'm saying the other end, because maybe it has, when a woman, you know, all of a sudden just left them and shit like that, and it was just within a, you know. So I don't know where that power leads to. That just means that you want to be by yourself, and that's just how I'm just gonna keep it like this. So I'm gonna keep this shit to now. It's an hour and 38, so yeah, I'm gonna get off of here. I'm gonna try and, you know, lie down and go to sleep. Like I said, I won't say anything just to say anything. I said, I don't care who you are. Just like how I said to how I don't want my mother or my daughter, my father, or anybody to touch none of my shit. They will ask me first. And I know this. They'll even text me and say, oh, was that the, let's say, notebook that you put over there, but I needed to get that, you know, that um, say information from when you wrote it down from, say, like, say an agency, and they needed to fucking look for it and they don't know where it's at. They're gonna ask. And it's not even just asking that, it's just like, oh, you have this table right here, can I move it over there? It's always not like, you know, these people don't know me, so obviously they're gonna do whatever the fuck they want to do. But I'm just saying out loud in general that The landlord knows that. They already knew that from day one, but they keep still doing it. I'm not that type of person that's gonna keep still doing shit after I've been told not to fucking do it. And that's just how I felt earlier. My content title was part of it, but it was really about me picking up my paycheck, getting something out of the stores that I might just be putting on marketplace. I'm gonna show you guys it right now. Hold on. Yes, I used to work out with these. Okay. Does any look? It's a roller that you get on the floor, and it's something where it kind of massages your back, but you can still work on trying to lift and stuff, you know. Those little like rubber bands, the ones that are just one band, but then you tie a knot on it, and then you put it on the floor, you put your feet on it, and you stretch it out with your hand, or like right here or right here. You can always, you know what I'm saying, do that, or with your legs. I gave that away, so this is the only thing I have left. And once I don't like you, I'm talking to this. Once I don't like you, if it ain't working out as far as mental and my stable of how my body will react to it, everything that in your body will push in your mind to try to get it, okay, to get in, um I don't want to say motivation. It's just like, I don't even want to say it's something in a voice saying, keep going, keep going, keep going. No, 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 no. I don't want to hear that shit. I don't want to hear that shit. That's why they have trainers. They have other people who you could look out there and be like, oh, damn, she's bigger than me. Maybe if I do this a little bit longer, I'll never look like that. Like some people act like that. I'm not like that. I just do it because I know what's good. Some people kind of do it, be like, oh, god damn, she only did 5, I did 10, damn, I did good. You know, some people talk like, I'm not like that. If I'm sit there at a time that say, okay, I gotta be home at this time, it's 30 minutes I gotta do. And if somebody fucking distracts me, somebody's acting too funny up in here, somebody trying to look up and down at me, look at my body and all this shit, it's just, and it always happens. There's always a lot, like everywhere I go, there's always gonna be like that when they talk about, like, that's if I'm always looking, you know, where I'm showing my skin and all that shit. But I know how to react and take care. Like sometimes, like even with my ex, he didn't like all that, like, giggle and shit. Like, oh, that part at the fucking club, that's one lie too. Please, please, please. I said this on my live before. My ex never beat me up because I looked at another man. Like I said, and I will clear this up for the very last time. Please do not lie about when I went to the pool place that my ex had hit me because of me looking at another man. You got that shit all twisted up, homie. For real, for real. And I gotta say homie for real because I'm really talking on the truth. I'm looking at the camera now. This is no lie. What that motherfucker did, he was too goddamn drunk. Your eyes could be blurry. He went and I sat right here. Say this is in front of me, this is the counter. This is all the cups, you know, the ones that are sitting and looking at the mirrors with all the drinks and shit. The cashier register box is right there and all the drinks. And the pool table is behind me. He's over there and I'm sitting over here trying to drink my drink, looking at the mirror. I'm trying to look at all the drink, like, what the fuck they got up in here and all this shit. There's a fan. They got the sports going on. How many, you know, TVs and shit. And I'm having, you know, I'm watching the fuck. It was the Niners game. And he was so fucking drunk. He's stumbling and he puts his arm around my fucking waist. And I'm like, what the fuck? And he looked at, this is the second time I'm explaining this shit. Ain't nobody fucking got beat up over nothing. He went over and was like, what the fuck are you doing with your hands around her? And I was like, what the fuck? I said, get the fuck off me. And he was like, has his hands around me and like, oh, you know, and then he was like trying to put his face like drunk as fuck. And he stepped up to him. But he was trying to figure out if I was talking to him first. No, what you saw is having his arm around me. So he doesn't know if I got him to do that. I didn't say, oh, yeah, well, what's up? Come here. Hell no. I got my phone. I'm watching the fucking Niners game. I didn't have him try to, like, no. If I'm with this man, why the fuck would I go start hollering at a fucking white man? It was a white man. Caucasian, as a matter of fact. Almost redneck. Hell not. Don't tell these fucking lies about me. Please stop. Please. My ex never beat me up like that. Ever. He just wanted to get on me because that's what he thought I was talking to him. Because he's like, well, why the fuck does he have his arms around you? And I'm like, his ass fucking drunk and stumbled over here and was like, oh, you're so pretty. Trying to get with me and shit. Has his arms around me. He was about to beat, he was already about to fuck right behind me. I swear to God, that is when you say that you be like, oh, don't be making up shit. Like you're the only person that be making up shit. No, it's more like you making up shit about me that is never on some true, you know, whatever the fuck, how you accuse or whatever. Hell nah. Ain't no true story. None of that. Even though about that land life got that damn fucking word pack. You know, I like that. How JT be saying true story. Like, cause it'd be funny. You know what I'm saying? I'm not here to be like on some bitch, like I'm a bitch like this, and I'm a like, yeah, you don't fuck with me, cause you know I and all that shit. I could be a fucking rapper, like to try and, you know what I'm saying, talk down like how this shit goes and whatever the fuck where y'all from, and this is how we roast and and all this shit. Like, I'm not you. But I could have skills like how, you know, how do you say? Originality and all that shit. What the hell? I don't have to hide your ass. Because anybody that already knows what the hell they mean, when they say pink, you're just talking about somebody's part down there that if it's pink. Okay? It don't really make no goddamn sense. Because juices is not pink. But we know what could be pink. Yeah, so if I'm acting too fucking bitchy for you type shit, or how you say, oh, there her goes her face with that, you know, like this, you know, that's old fashioned ass shit when I was in my fucking my 20s type shit. You looking at a fucking real, like, I'll just say juicy lady, because I ain't gonna say no boss type shit, but I've been around, you know what I'm saying? Like, I know how this shit goes. I'm just trying to be nice. I don't talk about, now, like I said, just be real. You saying that I picked up on you when I was on Ivy's fucking StreamYard, when uh, you said, oh, she picked up on me, so she told me to go come to my exit, because I'm right here and you're right there, and I mean, yeah, I'm not gonna lie that you was not looking, you know what I'm saying, looking good, looking like something that I want, you know, want to have, as far as with having some type of, y'all, you already know, getting to in the bed, okay, that's, yeah, and then, yeah, I ain't gonna fucking lie. Hold on, let me go in and out real fast. Oh god, I gotta take your ass out of here. Oh, let me, I had to, if Parveen, are you a dude or are you a fucking female? That is a executive director's name at one of my jobs. And I'm gonna be real as fuck. Like, don't, uh-uh. What the fuck I taught, like, even if you caught on to doing the scrolling vertical lives and shit like that, this is what you seeing, it's on some real life shit. Now, how you see me, how the shit generates at work from residents being in a community, in a facility with caregivers and med techs, how the cycle goes, and you know that it's about business, that's what the fuck it is. You don't need to be in my business. You don't need to be on none of the shit that I fucking do. Because I ain't talking about giving information on, you know what I'm saying, room number, first name, last name, what they are, and all this shit. I'm talking about my ex, a person that was just, you know what I'm saying, trying to like trying to say, yeah, making up shit, and I don't even say that shit. Saying that my ex beat me up because um I was looking at a fucking dude like, oh my god, that shit is crazy to me. Uh, Crazy, crazy. This is hell no. Meech gang, what's up, Meech gang? Yeah. I mean, a mod is a mod, you know, only because they know what's going on and stuff like that. But even when I said, even if Meech gang was pay 50 and there's a certain type of disagreement from a man to another man, how saying how he said, she's good, leave her alone, and then you saying, oh, blah blah blah, like you thinking like I ain't got what I got because I cannot fuck with her. This is just how it is. You don't know her. I don't need to fuck with her. That's why I like being, you can explain all that shit and you normally fucking do. It's always how many times you have to say that shit. And it's kind of like, who wants to hear that? That wants to be in a relationship. It's like it's not, nothing is too good for something that you feel is like supposed to be like, even if it was laid down, you say, okay, she is too much of a good person, and there's just some things that some flaws that I just don't, I can't fuck with. She's just not the right person for me because, and just tell it. I don't need a half-ass motherfucker to be like, okay, I really do like the way how she treat me. I like how she is so nice and so, you know, loyal and all this shit or whatever, but I can't be compared to the next motherfucker, or I can't fuck with her because she, the body that she has is not something that's in my, and like how do you say, like, it's not, it's okay, it's nice to look at, but it's not really like what I'm so, um there's a word for it, there's a word for it, can you guys help me out? It's with a, I don't want to say exotic, like an exotic body is more kind of like what men are really hoping of what to have in a female. And sometimes it's in their mind, but they can't seem to get it right then and there. But you know, the moment, the time of waiting or the time of later, it's like a waiting kind of thing, but then sometimes a man will be like, oh shit, I waited for too long, I'm getting too fucking old, and I still haven't seen it. I can't do nothing about that. You know what I'm saying? You got to go out. Or if you just kind of just plainly just want to just fuck girls and that's it, and close the door on them. So just say that, because I really do feel like that's what type of man you are. You want to be just having somebody close to you feeling some type of um, how do you say, what's that called, there's a word, like passion, like having good, you know, like I could feel good with this person at some point in some time, only for just a moment of, you know what I'm saying, a short time, and then I gotta leave them alone. I'm not looking for that. Not looking for that. And if that's what you're looking for, just to have a, like, okay, I did her, and don't get me wrong, I gotta just say to all these men that I've had plenty of women. Like, who the fuck cares? It's about now. We, you know, if they see it, they see it, that you did fuck with whoever, 10 trillion, whatever the fuck, females. Okay. Oh, but I'm not like how I was, because this is what I'm focused on. I need to get this, I need to do that. It's always being said at the, you know. So what I'm just trying to say is that if that's you and you need some time to keep yourself in that mindset, and not have a woman tear you down or make you feel like, I don't want to say anxiety, but like make you feel like you ain't got time. I don't know, like you just ain't got time for a woman. You feel like it's too much on your shoulders or some shit, or, you know, like, I don't know. It's too, like, I ain't gonna say why. I'm never gonna say that. If that's what your mindset is, then that's just what the fuck you want. I don't need nobody to play with me though. That's just what that is. And I'm just gonna keep it as a cool, calm, and collective type of talk right now, because I have to get ready into certain things of what goes on after this day, you know. Um, I don't look at any other people's problems. My mom, I just hear certain things. Like my uncle will call me and he'll be like, "Hey, your birthday's coming up." Because I know I messaged him on Messenger and I was like, "Are you still in Las Vegas?" And he was like, "Yeah." And I was like, "You know my birthday's coming up, right?" And he was like, "Yeah, don't worry, we're gonna take you out to eat once, you know, on the 27th or something like that, you know, on the weekend." And I was like, "Well, I don't know." And this is before, and I was like, "I don't know if I'm gonna be here or whatever." And he was like, "Well, we're still gonna take you out and all this stuff." And then here goes a subject talking about my mom. "Oh yeah, you know, your mom, she needs help and stuff like this. She owes a lot of money," you know, like, this is stories that you guys don't know about my family. But in the Philippines, it's very cheap. So it's only in pesos. It's like, it's not in hundreds and thousands of dollars. No. It's just like traditional culture, Philippine kind of, you know, talk from, you know, family member to another family member. "Oh yeah, you know, your mom, she borrows money, and she's probably gonna borrow some money from your sister to go fly, you know, airplane tickets so she can go back over there." And it's like, that's talk, right? That's family, whatever, you know. But it's me hearing from what's going on with my surroundings. I don't want to talk about like, "Oh, why does my daughter, you know, whatever." I can't say nothing because I don't want to say nothing. You know, there's nothing to talk about. Like, my dad, like, why does my dad have tattoos? Like, I just don't, like, I'm not I'm not concerned. Okay, just I let things come, and whatever I need to handle outside is what the fuck pops up outside. You know what I'm saying? It's not like I just don't want to be friends with nobody. It's not that. It's just, it's like nowadays, it's not too easy for a person to keep up with you at work. They're there to work, make money, and if they have something important back home that they have to tend to, then they keep that relation, you know, going and try to make it whatever. But as far as with what the fuck I got going is, I'm not gonna say like I'm stressed the fuck out or anything like that. But if I lose, then I lose. You know, that's it. But I don't like to lose. But anyways, I'm gonna start cleaning up here. It's 8:30. Yeah, and you guys are probably like, well, why couldn't you exercise during that whole time when you was just looking in front of the camera? Well, that's just some things that you guys are not gonna see. I don't need to show content to show how much of uh, 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 the skin of my fat will be moving up and flabbing over and shit when you guys see a sit up and all that shit, so you guys could just, you know, take a look or whatever and stuff like that. Like, I know what the fuck you guys like, you know what I'm saying? Be like, well, you know, if she was smart enough, she probably would have got on the floor. She probably would have used that thing on her hand, and she would have. That's just how, like, come on now. I'm me. If you don't fucking like me because I don't do what is, you know what I'm saying, more. Well, she's the one that keeps talking about her gut because she keeps hiding it. She keeps having a bag over it and this and that. And then, like, man, stop. Just stop with that shit for real. It's not that serious. I'm not fat. How you could, like, call out these fucking lives that you fucking do to talk about me it's ridiculous. I don't even want to even bring up like that kind of like square ass word. I would have said something else. Oh Lord, who the fuck is this? I don't care what you do. I don't care what you do. Yeah. And then somebody to have about 7 accounts? What is that? What is, like, and you saying that I'm not being cool to video screen share about my video history on YouTube because I seen a girl that was showing legs. She was wearing a, like, almost kind of like a pajama shorty, you know, on the bed, and she's showing her full leg, and it was all men that you had throughout the video history, and all of a sudden you had a woman camper van. I'm just not talking about that specific, just one of your video history about a female. You have how many YouTube pages? So what goes on there? What can you be commenting on others just to try when you weren't this is just what I'm gonna bring up. Now, when you weren't fucking around with me, I know there was something that you had to do in mind as a man that has a thing down there that's trying to work it to have some type of what is that called? Like, you know, like getting something good with another female. Let's just have it something like that. Getting good to have a female come around so they can give you that type of you know, I mean, shit, have the aspects of how the fuck y'all could connect and talk and interest, whatever, you know, and there could be some where those accounts are going on just to get to them so they can talk back to you because you're interested. And you normally say, I don't get at them women. I'm not a, would you say? You said like, I'm not, uh, uh, I don't want to say stalker, but you just say you don't leech on to like a woman to stay on their page, even if they like me or something like that. I don't stick around and try to, you know what I'm saying? Even though like I try to get at them the first time and then all these men are trying to get at her, but then I kind of back off. That's just like you said something like you're not you say you're not something that's like obsessed. I don't want to say obsessed, but there's a word for it. I don't know if y'all could try and help me out. Oh God. Yeah, I know people like me when I smile. I could smile. Like I could really make myself feel good. You know what I'm saying? And just be like, fuck everybody else. But I really try and get in these moments because I don't like nobody to fuck around with my mind like that. I don't like nobody to think like I'm lower than like, oh yeah, she's still talking. She's still talking like that's she California and this and that and she stop. Oh, now I see how she really is. No, this is what you make me. This is what you are allowing to put on your energy where you're at to make me look like I'm this type of whatever. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to say you wish upon, but you think. Because I'm not going to say you making up shit. I don't talk like that. Damn. Oh my God. I don't know about that money situation. Oh, she tried to give me $20. She trying to control and shit. Just like how she tried to control with that 1,000. No, I try to fucking make a plan. I tried to say the next day we can go to the leasing office and we could put that into deposit. I didn't hand it over to you because I already had another $1,000 to go. I mean, our spending whatever the fuck. I had like $400 to go or 500 to go spend at the casino. If I'm holding all this money, and if you want 1,000 right there, you could have asked me. You just was waiting on for me to hand it to you. It's almost kind of like saying it's in your possession, but I don't want to force you. But you could act upon of giving this in a nice agreement just to say, okay, I'm your woman here. Um, I don't care what you spend it on. That's how you think. You know what I was trying to do. I was trying to go up there to help you. It was only just me wanting to have time with you to play at the casino. My first time really playing like that off of slots. The last time I ever been to Cash Creek was like when I was 21. Las Vegas when I was like I never played at Las Vegas even when I was there for 3 months. It was all about work. Hell no, I was not. When I work, is to count my money in my pockets. It's not for me to spend and just because I'm there. This was back in 2022. When I left April 16, that's when my lease was done. I came to motherfucking Las Vegas the end of fucking April. Drove that black Mercedes that I no longer have. Went up there. Stayed there for 3 months. Worked at Panera Bread as a salad and sandwich. I mean, a salad maker. I was supposed to be a salad and sandwich, but I never got to the sandwich because I only stayed there for 3 months. I couldn't handle the weather out there. But it was all about, and the fucking minimum wage. Go type in minimum wage in Las Vegas. That ain't shit. It was only like 14.50 back in 2022. That ain't shit. I was never gonna try and go play slot machine, but this is what I wanted to do with you. Okay, it's not even about that. $1,000 was supposed to put up for you to be in an apartment, and maybe me and you could grow. You know what I'm saying? You didn't even like that. You was like, I can't even stand. Like, you even said before, like, I can't even stand her. Nowadays it's different. Like, I see how you are. You know what I'm saying? You try to stick with me or whatever because you say I'm not a bad person, or I don't know. But as far as like how I see it, I see how you said that before, how you couldn't stand me. Maybe you personally know me in the spirit, of like, say, in the gods. I'm a very strong person. I'm a very strong person. I ain't gonna let nobody fuck with me like that. Um, but as far as like when you said that and you explained that to me, you was like, yeah, I know I said it before. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't, I couldn't stand you before and all this shit. But now I know that it was like some type of change. I don't know what changed you, whatever. I can't say, whatever. But this is what I'm going to say. How about you get with a white girl like Amanda Bynes? She, you did ask. You said, are you in a relationship? She said, oh, I'm not trying to be sarcastic, but I'm dating somebody right now. She said that. She was like, I'm dating somebody right now. And it's a female, because you were like, oh, okay, you in a relationship, because you asked if she was in a relationship. Are you in a relationship? Can I ask you this? Would you ever be in you was actually flirting. That's when I know when a man is trying to like get her, because you already know she fucking with you. She's on your page. So you mentioned that, and it's almost kind of like a, oh, are you in a like? Well, how about if I ask you this question? Would you ever have a three? And she was like, oh, well, I'm not trying to. She cut that shit off, and she was like, I'm not trying to be together like anything, but I got a girlfriend. I don't know, and all this shit. Like, come on with that shit. Come on. I'm like, what I'm trying to say is like, come on with it. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna try and motivate you now, cause I'm gonna say, fuck me. I don't even want you to be friends to make it look like I'm a better person now, or she was a good person. Don't, just leave me. This is not to bash like Amanda from what she had to say, even though she said something good or whatever, and all this shit, and how you felt about her. And I know you want a lesbian. You like girls that like girls. You said that's like the best of the women or some shit, or it's sexy to you. And if I heard that coming out of your mouth, I don't need to fuck with anybody that. And I never looked at that camper fucking girl that was on your video history saying that I was attracted. I don't fuck with women. I don't think that they're pretty. I don't, like, you said something like, oh yeah, she was attracted to the girl because she had legs and some shit. I was like, what the fuck is he talking about? Let me hold on. I mean, I don't need to cut off my video, but I'm just saying, like, this is a joke for real, for real. Don't say, like, go back to your live and say, and hear what you just said. You just said, she said like she was looking at her legs and she was attracted to her. I ain't attracted. She's attracted to her. I ain't attracted to her. I just was looking at her because she had a camper van and it wasn't even about her and her body or what the fuck she looked. I was only just there to watch because she was living in a van. How many fucking other accounts do you have? And let me see those video histories. Let me see back from 2000 when you first met Coco's journey. Let me see what kind of comments you gave to her. I bet you there's a lot of roses. I bet you there's a lot of roses, you know, anything that comes in. Oh, I'm a, you know, probably like I'm a different type of man. You ain't gonna, you know, I ain't trying to get you for your money. I'm trying to help you because I used to be a mechanic. Yeah, but I know what else you trying to do. Come on now. It's not that it's not that hard. Coco's journey at Coco's journey or whatever. Yeah, at Coco's journey. Go maybe go back in 5 years ago, 4 years before even five, before you met all of us. You know you was in that. Oh, I just was in there because she was a trucker and she knows about trucking. Shit, if I was to get at her, maybe we could start our own kind of business. Like, come on now, ain't nobody slow around here. You like women that got voluptuous shits, big booties and stuff. Like, I don't have that. You might like a character of me because I'm real at some point, and I give you attention of sometimes of how women is supposed to give to a man. But if she didn't like you because she was probably like, oh, he in Memphis, you know what I'm saying? They too, uh, you know, too hood or something, or just something that she probably just disliked, just a little bit. But she is not trying to care too much about it. She has things that she want to take care of because she can't trust everybody. Now, if it was her that was, let's just say, if it was her that was me, you know damn well you're gonna fucking stay. Because first of all, I have a CDL. I bought my own truck. I'm still trying to fuck with the same truck. I'm still trying to get it in running. And I only just stopped by her fucking page. Don't get me wrong. I don't watch none. None. It was a short that when she was sitting on that seat and she was like this and she was like, you know, cleaning the fuck. Yeah, that was the how many million or whatever the fuck 100,000s of views. Because it's I never looked her up. For some reason, when somebody else is who you're following is relevant, it's really when you give them more attention on putting comments or even trying to look at how many videos of them, they'll pop up. And I ain't even subscribed to shit. Hell motherfucking no. These fucking people just fucking pop up. I don't want to get to know you. I ain't in competition with you, bitch. You already got a big ass booty, so you already damn know well that you get way more attention than me. But I don't need to let myself give an attitude, like just what this person said to Sergeant. I don't need to give an attitude to say, like, I don't need to like you because your body's like that and I'm jealous. And hell no. I don't interact with things that I'm not in. I don't want to say coherent, but I don't interact with things that I'm not in the same kind of, you know what I'm saying? Just because you in the same as like CDL, I said, I know this and I used to know who she fucked with and this and like that. That just means that you're a known person to know that person, but it's still an eye for this person's body. And you probably do a lot of fucking how do you say, like, I know you probably wish that you did porn. Don't get me wrong, you probably wish that you did porn with this person, and shit, that's just you, you know. But ain't no, since that's out already, because I know how men love big, nice, big round booties. and they just couldn't get it. So you got to move on to the next. But if it's half-assed, it's not good. If you feel like you're, doing the, how do you say, when like having to see their videos because you need to let loose because you haven't seen anybody else that's looking just as good. I don't need that. I don't want that to be mm-mm. Because you are thinking about that body and you're like having like you gotta have that special in love with me type. We gotta be in love for me to keep. I gotta be, me and you gotta be really like heart to heart. Like, fuck that. That bitch is too, whatever. Like, yeah, she's an interested person that I was interested in before. Only reason you don't want to get at it is because she don't, and you ain't getting no attention from her. And I can't stand somebody that is, I don't want to say like, oh, I ain't no loser, and I'm not that type of like type of man that just lust. That was the word, lust. I don't lust over women. I always used to hear that. I don't lust over, even though she looks, and I've been trying to like help her, tell her that she shouldn't buy too much. But if she knows that that's what's to do on her truck, like, yeah, I see a man trying to, help out another female that, so they don't have to go through corruption from people's, um, how do you say, like, culture. Sometimes if they're Middle Eastern or Mexican, they could talk to each other and be like, oh, let's just tell her this, let's just tell her that, and she needs to get this. Hell yeah, I know that shit. Mechanics will do that shit. That's why my dad always likes to, I always tell my dad, can you please talk to them, can you please, because they won't tell him it's going to cost this much. If I come to them, they're going to give me a higher price off top. That's what I learned over in my late 30s, in my 30s actually, because my dad really started kind of really, you know, getting getting deep down love to where this is what I need to do for her before I start retiring and heading back to the Philippines, because he's not here. You know what I'm saying? If anything happens to that van, I go to my uncle because he's still in the United States. But my uncle is has a house in Las Vegas. So whatever he can do for me out here until he leaves to go to Las Vegas, and that's just what that is. But I think I've been here for a little too long. Like I said, I'm not. I don't. I know about this person's like talk, like language, speak, and all that shit. Because you really making me dislike you. You really, because of how you treat me, how you say things about what is not true, what you say things about, you think that I'm making up lies, so I have to make up another lie to cover another. Hell, motherfucking no. Hell to the no. How about that? Is that funny? Because I'm really dead serious. I'm tired of like, uh, uh, you can go with that other because that other will more do for you. I wish you can just get with that person. Just go. Get, like, it's like you almost kind of like saying get lost. Like, get the fuck out. Stop watching me. Like, calling me motherfucker. Like, if I say motherfucker, you really calling me that shit? Really telling me motherfucker get the fuck on and go over there, stop watching me type shit? You say that type of shit, right? That's like, what? You really like that? You don't really like to really fuck with a woman. And I'm not that type of person to be like, oh, lusting and this and that. Like, what? I don't text you all this and that. Like, oh my God, what's wrong with you? You think like I'm just and this and that. Like, I gotta make up to be in good with you. so then you can be back friends with me. That's the attitude that you have. And you try to say that I have an attitude and that's a person I can't fuck with. You are the one that's saying that shit. You're the one that's saying, oh, get the fuck, get with that motherfucker with the dreads and all this shit. You need to get with him. Fuck all this shit. Leave me the fuck alone. Like, what? Wow. That shit right there is like, what the fuck? Shit. I don't need to be like, no, but I am gonna talk and really like talk like how I'm just talking on my live right now. Cause I don't do none of this shit. I really just clearly is saying in every second of this how this live is counting. It's not how do you say like oh, hit the like button, even though I'm like acting like no, all this shit. Subscribe and what shit. I could erase this fucking video and I don't want anybody to tell me, oh, wouldn't erase it then. Nope. Just like how that video screen shit. Don't make it seem like you're in the good just because I saw what the fuck I saw. Let's go back years, even just last year, even 3 months ago, 4 or 5, 6, 7 months ago. Not just what the last week had just showed. Oh, it was the first thing she saw. Every man's gonna be like coming on to a woman because of, and you probably want to like connect with these people to be like, oh, is that how you did it? You know damn well if she was like, oh my god, you're so cute, do you have a girl? Kind of seeing somebody, but I'm still like, yes, I'm not a fool. I'm not a fool for just like anything. Because once you see that I don't have of what they have, and that's what you really like in that type of person, then that's your decision. It's like I'm just in the sideline. Like I'm just like, oh, okay, she's so obsessed with me, or she's so, lusting over me. She's so, into me that I always have her. But I still like to look in interest of what's out in the world, social media, how they're living. All that shit is sometimes not true. It's really edited, like with that girl with that broken panty type shit. Very actor. You can see it in real time of how when they record. Yes, of course, it's in front of them in the driver's seat or whatever, but it's not live chat. It's what they're explaining. Like even sometimes when she's on the bed and something that she has in mind that she just was off of what is in the subject, like how I do. Like right now I'm talking about everything of what I said, don't worry myself. The fuck is what is don't worry myself mean? Ain't that like a how do you say it? um I don't want to say a playing game kind of sentence, but it's almost kind of like saying like it's a sentence that don't really make sense, or a sentence that really don't make up for what she is really in her lifestyle. Let's just say like, say my mom said, what she said, don't worry myself, or don't worry your, or I think I said don't worry myself, right? And my mother's gonna say, don't worry myself. Damn, she really like that? What the hell did she get that damn word from? Shit like that. Knowing damn well that I'm saying it's not gonna be saying, no, don't worry about me. I don't let nothing get worried on something that I lay my head on, what I'm sitting on, um, that I could wake up to a heartbeat, and all that shit is a don't worry. Even though it's not guaranteed. You know what I'm saying? but it's myself. But anyways, I'm just gonna go back to how camper van life is when I had experienced that shit before, on really on some criminal. Could have been jailed, breaking into a gym where I have to wash my hair in a sink with that little sprinkler kind of thing. You know, that's real life, no edit type shit, how I used to do my lives. I mean, how my life was in my van. Everybody is different. I can't say hers was not as in the van life or whatever. That's just like the typical American, um, how the scenery is. Oh, she's in this state. Oh, damn, she could do a whole lot with that. It's all about bringing up the views. You can see not too many of, you'll see how many videos she has. People will say she's very too much popular. Count how many live chats and count how many shorts. It won't show too much of, um, I ain't gonna say she never had no hard times. I didn't watch like that. All I watched was, uh, cause whatchamacallit, you shared it on a community post. I clicked on it, and I think you showed it on one of your lives when she said, "Oh, she's trying to show her hair. Look, she hella funny. She hella real and shit." Yeah, she's hella real, but I still do think that that's an acting type of way of how this trend van life is, to show that it's not, where there's problems. And I'm just gonna just say it like that. But anyways, yeah, keep going, keep watching the females. I guess there's not too many, like, men are not going to be interested in men watching, like, you know it's always like, oh, I can do it better than him and this and that and all that shit. So they go for ones that will show differences. Okay, that's fine, but mm, guess that's what's going on in that other person's life. That's what they have to deal with, and support themselves to make social media be a part of what they could connect in the outer well of atmosphere, earth, whatever, network, shit like that. I'm just a simple type. Like when you say, oh, I don't need to be out there to be working, I don't really like to be with a lot of people. I'll work outside and talk a whole lot with, to be so social, but I don't let social media take over me, or with the snap that this is a hustle. I rather own a business rather than to show. That's just, you know what I'm saying? It's just like when you hustling out on the street. There's cameras that are the narcs, the whatever, the white ghost, and all the ones that just be, whatever, and the cameras, and you're trying to hide that, right? Because it's a hustle. You're trying to get away. This is something different. It's a hustle on being in camera when you know that this is what you have to do. I don't have to do this shit. I only do this shit because, and it's not causing to be like, oh well, I need to tell it all because I just need to really tell them like what the fuck I am. I am a real bitch. I don't give a fuck. But what I have to say today is really what is plainly, what is that word? Utter. Let's bring it up to shit. You know what I'm saying? Off of the typical how people do their vertical lives talking about how shit goes on their end, and what goes on about how they heard a word from, like, oh, they try to give me a subject to talk about um how I don't know how to braid somebody's hair. Let's just say, for example, like, you hear this, it's a subject. I don't need to. No. I just was I take care of what I have to take care of. If I need to take care of my daughter, if there's a question that has to be in down and out, um within a second, if it needs to be like, you need this form, you need to get to the registration to get healthcare coverage and all this shit, then those are things that I don't just work on, like having to talk about problems and shit like that. Like, if it's boring in my life, then it's fucking boring in my life. That's just what that is. But I'm gonna get the fuck out of here. Yeah, I keep talking. So my phone's getting hot. I'm getting more white hair. The white hairs is growing even more longer because the shit, whatever the fuck is going on. But after today, it's always gonna be where somebody's gonna say, oh damn, she ain't got them no more. Oh damn, she really did it. You know what I'm saying? She really said it, and she really, did it to her fullest and all that shit. After today, this is what I am gonna say. It always rolls on to a next day of what's going on in the YouTube. So when you scroll up and who you're subscribed to, and who you see what you want to see and hear a good word or make you feel good, just remember that this live was on, and it's always going to be about how the fuck I feel. Even if it's not about my content title that I brought up, if it's about me pushing somebody to go, um, say, I need her as a client. Oh, damn, I'm gonna put it as a content title. Damn, I was trying to get this girl to be my client, but she kind of was like too shy. Even if I said that as a content title and I talk about something else, say like the dishwasher lady, oh shit, she got into an accident. Always differences. And if it's a bad thing that I had gotten, in with, saying one good thing about the dishwasher girl, and then all of a sudden we ain't friends, that's just what the fuck it is. Okay? Because I know that everybody does that on their lives. So don't think like I'm a bad, you know what I'm saying, person that anybody can just fucking talk about. But yeah, the white hairs is growing. I gotta color my hair by the time my mom gets here. You know, true story. Let's just say, and yeah, people will watch who they're subscribed to. But for me, this whole like week, whatever, I really just tried to just be on the phone, have that relation between, what's going on, like, not the differences, but the connection. But then when something is being said to give advice and somebody doesn't like allow, I don't want to say allow, but it was more like, what? How the fuck are you gonna even say that? Like, I'm not a fat person. I'm not gonna get with a fat person. All these foreigners and this and that and this, they mostly have guts, and that is a subject that you're talking about, but you're still putting me in that content. Don't act like you did not. And you're still saying that all I said was when you said, all I said was it's not a workout when you're at work working to go do that shit. I need to have a camera somewhere on my collar, something that's hiding that you could see. You know Sonic the Hedgehog? You know, the one that rolls and shit? I don't roll, but I know I got quick. Like, it, man, it's, oh my God. Hmm. Anyways, let me get off of here. Yeah, it's just sad. It's sad. But yeah, thank you for the 8 likes. I'm not really looking at the likes. I'm really looking at my watch time hours. So basically, 25 hours to get to my 2,000. I'm at 1,975. I'm 25 hours to getting to 2,000, but I still need that 1,000. Oh yeah, and Memphis Talk. You've been doing a whole lot of. If you ever do come across my live, I mean my vertical live, or I mean back on my video, whatever. Um, you know, you're getting back on your podcast. You have 30, 35 people up in there. You are doing a lot of hours. You're talking about what's going on back in your state and stuff like that. So I salute you for that. Yeah, I really don't even ever say salute like that. Salute is a very strong word for me. um and it's only to the real, you know what I'm saying? But I only could say that it's the salute for you because on some of the stuff that comes along into, I don't want to say the topic because it's always topics that you're putting up as far as with why this and why that, and it's almost kind of like solving a case and all of that stuff, like why did Mo 3 die, and um all that shit with Dolph and all that shit. So I salute like how you kind of told yourself that you wasn't trying to get monetized way back 2 years ago because you was like, fuck that, they try to play me and all that stuff, and now you just kind of, you getting gradually getting, I see you will be for getting thousands, like you probably gonna pass me, you know what I'm saying? And I've been doing 3 hours, 4 hours, and you just did starting back on live chats, live streams on StreamYard. So that's a way to go to. StreamYard is not a bad um, place to have going, because vertical lives is almost kind of like you just catching on to get attention real fast, like fast. StreamYards, it's who is in the area, like what she got going. It, and I don't say that this is what it has to be. Like, it's not just in your own neighborhood or your own state, but if you know so much information about it, it kind of, it gets bigger and bigger. And I think she's doing good with that. There's other stream yards that is just talking about how all women's in there, and they're talking about other women, or they're talking about other men. It's just like a gossip around or something, like they don't like this woman or something, like I look at her live stream and I feel like it's not just some of the people talking out loud to hate on each other, because there was some arguments up in there, like uh but I don't think it was your live stream. I think it was who you posted, and I clicked on it, and then there was like a whole, like a dude and another dude arguing. One was from LA, he was a Crip, and the other one was from a different state. I think he was like in Idaho, or like in North Carolina or something like that. So they was beefing. I see how LA dude was acting gangsterish, but the darker skinned dude, it was just, I was like, wow, this shit over here, there was going, like, it was like a fight of like a art, like the dark skinned dude kept getting on the it was funny. But anyways, yeah, I just see how you trying to get back on your monetization. That's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? I don't have to be on here to get like monetized and I mean, yeah, I would like to, but I don't have to, is what I'm saying. Yeah. But anyways, let me get out of here. All right. Everybody's gonna be like, damn, she talking too much. Yes. And I don't know when the next time yes. Okay. What's today? Today, Friday? And I always let you guys know when I'll come back on, because when I have my free time. It's not, oh damn, she got back on because she wanted to say something. Man, today's my damn day off. Why can't I get back on YouTube so I can gain some hours? Please. Please. I need it. Okay? So Monday I'm supposed to be off, but manager asked me to come in 2 Mondays from now so that I can make 2 other days that I'm not really scheduled for, because I only work 3 days of the weekdays and one Saturday, but that's 4 days out of my full time and 2 days out of my part time. But that's not back to back, like how some people think it's back to back. No, it's just getting on a grind of how I could be in this company because they're not allowing 5 or 6 days, and I can get on another company because they only need 2 days. Shit like that, and that's just what the fuck that is. But so I won't be coming back until shit whenever I feel like it's a good time. Um, yep. So peace. I have a good night, and don't think about me in my in yeah.